Welcome everyone to Do More, Be More. Today we are bringing it back to the basics. When I used to work out in the home gym, I still do every once in a while if I just don't feel like going out, or I maybe just don't have the time to go to a gym and get dressed, whatever. I will just stay and work out at home. But I'm going to show you what I did when I didn't have the gym, the workouts that I would do before I had certain knowledge of other workouts, how I was able to deal with it, and I think that you will find it beneficial. There might be some equipment needed, but nonetheless, here we go. That video is coming up right now. And we're rolling. Basically, I'm not going to wear these for the video. Welcome everyone to Do More, Be More. Oh, come on, don't tell me this thing is still on. So there's many ways to split your workouts. You want to make sure that you definitely work out the entire body because you're going to look funny if you don't. So I do the push-pull leg split, which is basically push is going to be the chest, it's going to be the triceps, and it's going to be the shoulders. For the pull, it's going to be the biceps, my back, and I also do my rear deltoids those days. And then for the legs, I also include glutes. So it's going to be pretty much the entire leg, going to be your quads, going to be your hamstrings, going to be your calves, and including the glutes as well. So let's go with the rest of the workout. For my leg day, you can see that I am doing the one of the more basic workouts, one of the best workouts for glutes. I use a barbell here, and these are the hip thrusts, and they're awesome. If you do them with the right form, you can actually really get some burn in there. So I recommend this workout. These are calf raises. You can use dumbbells. You hold them on the sides if you don't have a barbell. If not, you can do it this way. I've been using bands, a band in this case. You don't have to. I've realized that it is not necessarily the most effective thing, but I was using it then. But you live and you learn. And as you can see, I was using my dip and pull-up station to hold the bar. If it holds my weight, it can definitely hold 125 pounds. So I was using it as that, and I think it's actually a pretty good tool. I'm pretty sure that it's meant for that. And of course, barbell squats are one of the best ones. It's a great way to work out a lot of your body parts at once. Definitely your quads, a very big muscle to work on, and I definitely recommend this one. For my chest, obviously one of my favorite workouts is going to be the bench press. I didn't have a whole lot of weight. This is going to be at about 115 pounds in total, but I started to just do more reps and make them slower reps. You can do whatever you want to make sure you are working. You can't make any excuses. Always make sure you're doing it the best way you can. And then there's always opportunities to make supersets or compounding exercises. So in this case, you can see that I am doing the shoulder raises or shoulder presses, I should say. They're great examples of combining exercises together that only require a little bit of movement changes. So that's a good opportunity to do that. And of course, these are tricep extensions, which will push downs, I should say, which are going to be the third muscle in your push day. So I do recommend this one because it's a nice motion, and the bands are a good way to start if you don't have any access to weights. Chest flies are great as well. Again, I'm not going to be showing you a whole lot of technique on this one, but I can approach technique in the future. The reason I'm saying that is because with chest flies, you do want to make sure you do them correctly. Look up the proper form on YouTube until I come up with a video for you guys, so that you can make sure that you're not damaging any unnecessary muscles. These close grip bench press with dumbbells are good for your triceps. Just make sure that you are bringing it down towards your midsection. That way you get the actual tricep workout. These aren't for your chest. You may get a chest workout, but these are primarily for your triceps. Going back to the shoulders, these are lateral raises. My favorite movement for shoulders because it does pronounce the outer side or the lateral side of your shoulders. So it gives you that wider look, which assists with getting that V taper, let's say, and as you're cutting, it definitely gives you that great form. Here's a variation that I do with the elastic bands. You don't even need a heavy one, just use a light one to get started. Definitely get the collection of bands, and you start off with the light one and work your way up until you're able to get some weight. You attach it to the bottom of anything that you can do and just pull it up from there. Dips are definitely awesome sauce because these are the ones that you can definitely max out on. Do as many as you can for each set. That way you're always doing more, and once you are doing a ridiculous amount, put on some weight, get a weight vest, put a plate, some weight on a belt. You can always do more with this workout. I definitely recommend always pushing harder. You cannot rule out incline bench press, dumbbell presses in this case as well, because you want to make sure you work out the entire chest. The chest is a big muscle, so you want to work out the top, mid, and the lower portion of your chest, and this is one way to attack the top. Forward raises are a very commonly known exercise for shoulders, and it's going to work the more frontal part of your shoulders. You want the entire shoulder to be well formed. You don't want it to be uneven, so this is one that you definitely don't want to lose out on. Tricep kickbacks, you do not even need a heavy weight for these. You just want to make sure you get good form, and once you can feel the tricep being triggered there, like really burning there, then that's how you know you're doing it right. So just practice it. Practice makes perfect. My second favorite bicep curl would be the seated bicep curl, because you get a really large range of motion, and as well as the resistance. I mean, your arm, you're really getting a whole lot of assistance because you're seated, so your entire bicep is pretty much working it by itself here. It's a great way to start out with some lighter weight and build your way up. And these, of course, are the barbell bent over rows, which are one of the most effective ways to work out your back. If you choose a supine or underhand or whatever grip, it's going to be helpful to working different parts of your back, so I recommend doing both. Chin-ups need no introduction. I am fast forwarding that because you know how to do these. It takes time to do it, but you'll never do 10 until you do 1, so get started as soon as you can. My absolute favorite bicep workout is the hammer curl. You definitely have a great opportunity to isolate the bicep here. If you are doing the right form, you don't want to bring your arm up, but just rather your forearm up to build the bicep. And of course, it's also assisting with building bigger forearms. A lot of people spend a lot of time working your forearms. Yeah, I do it too, but you can actually get sufficient forearm workout with doing proper amount of, and proper form and proper amount, proper weight for doing your hammer curls. Barbell shoulder shrugs are for the traps or the trapezius. Basically, these are another way to add more form to your upper body, to the back part of your shoulders. It's going to be a great way to give you that 3D look, let's say. This is definitely one that I recommend. It's not a whole lot of workouts for this body part, so please do not skip this one. Of course, I didn't have a lot of equipment here, so I used the bands to work as a lat pull down, and you want those lats. So in here I'm using the blue band, which is slightly heavier, so it's a better workout. I started off with the green ones, and now I'm moving on with the blue ones in this part of the video. Now I'm doing a whole lot heavier, but you got to start off somewhere, and no matter what you do, you just want to work out the muscle. Your body doesn't know what you're lifting, so do it. These are static bicep curls. The reason these are called static is because one of your arms is being held static while the other one is doing the curling. You do 4 reps of each, and then you switch, and that way your arms are really working here. There's technically no rest for anything here, and you're building up a lot of size by doing it. Or start off with something light, definitely recommend it. And then you also work with your lateral bicep curls. This is just another way of getting a different part of your bicep to work and completing the bicep workout with this. I do recommend this one. Chin-ups. I'm using the band to show you how you can do it without when you need assistance. I know that it's not easy to do, so you attach the band so that you can step on that, and it'll assist you with getting back up. The heavier the band, the better that it helps you. So you start off with the thick one, the biggest of the belt, so that you can get more assistance, and your pull-ups, or in this case, pull-ups are a lot easier for you to get started. Little by little, you start going down on the bands, and it'll be easier in no time. These single arm bent over rows on a bench with a dumbbell are actually very good as well. You can actually get pretty heavy with these at your back. You can hold it, and it's a good way to maintain proper form. Then just switch with the other side. Make sure you get both sides evenly. Seated bicep curls. This is definitely a little bit of a different angle. It's a good way to get heavier weight going. I think that it's a very effective way to get some bicep workout when you want to do like a finisher, because you still have energy in this position to do more. One that I recommend as well. Again, I don't have the machine to do these kind of curls, at least in this time, so I attached the band to the bottom of this station here, and I just started pulling up. I used the small one, that's all I needed, and you can definitely get some growth. Last but not least, and one of the most effective workouts that I use for total body workouts and also for my back, my lower back, for my pull days, is the deadlift. And as you can see, I only have about 150, 120 pounds here, so I added the weight vest to make sure that I can get more resistance. I started off lighter, and just so I can see what I'm doing, I did use the belt because I'm still new at this time, so I wanted to make sure I never injure myself. Who cares what people think what you're lifting, as long as you're doing it right, you're making progress and you are keeping safe. So as you go along, then you can proceed to move to a higher weight and you know the proper technique to do it. That is basically an overview of the kind of workouts that I did. Of course, you always got to make time for some cardio. You don't want to go too heavy if you want to build some muscle. You don't want to do some serious cardio, because if you're not consuming enough protein, you can be losing a lot of muscle, and you think you're losing weight when you're looking at the scale, but that's honestly not the case. You want to lose moderately. 1 to 2 pounds a week is more than enough. And if you think about what losing a pound of fat is, it's a lot. You can't see what a pound of fat looks like in your hand, so look it up if you want to. It's a lot. Trust me, you're making a lot more progress than you think you are. Continue with resistance training, because as you're losing the body fat, you want to have a nice looking physique, because if not, you're going to look weak. You're going to be thinner, but you're not going to be stronger, and you're not going to have more energy. The muscles are what let you do day-to-day activities. Even if you don't want to be super muscular, believe me, you're not going to, at least not anytime soon. Give yourself the advantage of working out your muscles. It will benefit you. You will feel better. You'll have energy to do a lot more things than you normally would not be able to. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely continue to show your support. I am going to be doing gym workouts in the future. That is something that I plan to do. It's just that I don't really want to bother people at the gym. I know that a lot of people do it, and it's just, I like to really be focused there, and I don't want to cause any distractions for other people that are there. So I'll find a way to do that whenever I have time to be in the gym by myself, and that way I can do that for you. So definitely continue to give me questions if you have any. If you want to follow me on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Instagram, I am always available there as well. You can DM me, send me messages, and I'll be happy to answer questions. Also in the comment section below, any questions you have, I am happy to provide. I will try to include any links for the equipment that I have here, and if not, you can definitely find a lot of alternatives on Amazon. And if you're willing to go to a fitness equipment store, by all means, take opportunity to go there as well. So always continue to show your support, as I mentioned. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, everybody, if you do more, you will be more.